Ends in federal court. What started as an argument on a cruise ship ends with slaps, kicks, and a federal citation.
Court documents laying out how a dispute between two women turned physical in front of passengers and crew members. Our Claudia Nichols has been going over court records.
Claudia, what started it?
Lenise and Cameron, according to FBI interview summaries filed in federal.
Hold up. Carnival Spirit? Well, first of all, I didn't know that we had a Carnival Spirit, but those two words should not be used in the same sentence, Carnival and Spirit. That's a little jokey joke, but let's keep it going.
Court, the fight started over a dispute about whether a couple was standing in the correct line. But what began as a sharp exchange quickly turned into a physical confrontation. Tonight, an argument on a cruise ship turns into a slapping match on the way back to Mobile. Investigators say the incident unfolded in March as the Carnival Spirit returned from the Bahamas. According to FBI interview summaries, the trouble started when Tanya Nelson confronted Lisa Horace and her husband while they were in line to settle their cruise account. Court records say Nelson told investigators she was trying to be helpful to the couple behind her and told them they were in the wrong line, pointing.
She was trying to be helpful, y'all. Bless her little heart. She was trying to be helpful. What y'all think? I think she was trying to be helpful, or is it a possibility that she was frustrated and she just didn't want to allow these people who were not diamond and platinum members to get in front of her? Which I understand. You know, people work hard to gain their status. You know, they either work hard to gain their status or they pay good money for that status. And to have somebody to try to capitalize on something that they did not earn, that could be kind of frustrating. But let's keep listening.
To a sign showing it was for diamond and platinum members. In her statement to federal agents, Horace said she ignored Nelson at first, but the encounter escalated when Nelson touched Horace's husband's shoulder multiple times.
So really, is that serious that we are now putting our hands on people in the line? You know what I mean? So that situation kind of remind me of back in the day when we were kids and we were line leaders, or we used to get in line back in our elementary school days, and we used to put our arm out in front of the people behind to keep them, I was here first type of stuff. But I guess, you know, this is the adult version of that. But anyway, let's keep going.
When documents say the two got into a heated argument. Horace told agents Nelson threatened to slap her first, and she slapped Nelson back. Horace told.
So first of all, that statement right there, if you threaten to slap somebody, you damn well better be ready to follow through with it. That's kind of like saying, that's on the same level as pulling out a gun. If you pull out a gun, you better be ready to use it. You say the slap word, you better be ready to slap somebody. But, you know, that's just the ultimate disrespect right there, to slap somebody. Open hand, backhand, whatever hand, double hand, backhand, slap, whatever. It's just disrespectful.
Agents Nelson tried to kick her as crew members moved in. Nelson told investigators Horace jumped on her back.
So now we have a whole WWE situation going on here. We got people getting thrown off the top ropes. We got people put in the full Nelson. We got security coming through to break people out of the figure four leg lock. What's going on here, man? Carnival Spirit. It's that Carnival Spirit. It's the spirit of Carnival Spirit.
Court records say Carnival staff had to intervene as the struggle played out in front of several bystanders and staff. While federal agents were interviewing the two women here at the Mobile, Alabama cruise terminal, records say Nelson told agents she had previously been embarrassed for standing in the wrong line on cruises and said she thought she was trying to be helpful when she first spoke up. Court records say investigators later reviewed surveillance footage before both women were issued federal citations for simple assault.
So there's nothing simple about having federal charges, in my opinion. So now, two things I see wrong with this picture. The first thing is obviously the person that skipped the line, that doesn't have diamond or platinum, they knew exactly what they were doing when they got in line, you know? So because Carnival and these places don't have anybody that's employed that's working these lines to tell people to, you know, to keep people from skipping in line, it forces number two, the victim, I guess, per se, or victims to step up and speak up and take matters into their own hands. You know, so there's always one person that's probably fed up, you know, in a line that's already mad because they have to wait in line. What little whether they have to wait short or long, whatever the case is, I mean, to take care of their business. But to see somebody come and try to take advantage of the lack of supervision that Carnival has and skip the line for what people have worked for is just wrong in itself. But I honestly, it's hard. We've all been there. We've had people skip in front of us, whether it's at the checkout line, whether it's at the buffet line, whether it's to get off the ship, whatever the case is. This stuff happens all the time. But it's this one time here that actually the situation escalated. Putting your hands on somebody that you don't know, that's when it really went left at that point. Not only are you being the superhero of the group, you putting your hands on somebody, and this whole situation got blown up to the point where they are both receiving federal charges. Anybody that was involved has federal charges. So in Alabama, and chances are these people are not from Alabama. They could be, but chances are they're not from Alabama. So now a 30-minute to 40-minute wait turned into them having to be inconvenienced when they get back to their home state to have to come back, whether they have to fly back, drive back, get hotels, whatever the case. Not only the money, but the inconvenience of time is flipped right back on them to have to come back to deal with these federal charges in federal court because it is a federal offense when you get into a melee WWE main event type of atmosphere at the airport or the cruise ship or anything that has to deal with the federal government. But let's go ahead and finish this video out.
The documents also show the women did not know each other before the encounter. I reached out to Carnival Cruise Line for a statement.
So yeah, that's pretty much the story. Guys, let me know in the comments what you guys think. Was the person for stepping up wrong for, you know, challenging the skippers? We all know that the skippers were wrong, but you know, let me know what you guys think in the comments section below. All right. I'm your boy Nupe International. Remember, like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the atrium. Peace.